Alright, today we're going after Unmarked. It's supposed to be... Nope. Oh, that's fine. It's supposed to be ABTA started level. So that's 400 to 500 yards with at least 2 90-degree turns. My wife laid it for me. There's supposed to be a wound bed at some point. Other than that, I've got 2 pieces of flag at the start, and then one about 30 to 50 yards ahead, just for a heading marker for me. We're a little past 14 hours old, so that's not in line with the test. The test is, I think, 4 to 6 hours, but overnight he tends to do pretty good on these ones. And then there's no blood on this one either, so just kind of a test of how well I can read the dog. Or, you know, hopefully he does great and I don't even have to read it all. We did about 5 minutes of walking around, sniffing, peeing and stuff, and then so we're towards that low excitement level. I've just been bringing him back, and I've got a little placemat here, and just put him in a downstay for, we're getting on a little past 5 minutes now, and I just kind of watch him. He always gets like he did yesterday. I guess I've only done this a little bit, but he'll be nice and calm, and then I'll start talking, and I'll go a bit more excited. We're just looking for a calm dog. We had passed a guy walking his dog on the way in, and that got him pretty excited. Hey bud, come here. Down. Good. I think I've got a pretty good dog today. No. Down. No. Good. What's in there? Oh, that feels like treats. No, that feels like flagging tape. Hey, Sev, down. Now. No. Alright, we look pretty good. You stay. I don't like the whining before we get ready to step. Don't like that either. Ew. You stay. I wonder if I forgot his harness. Nope. Accidentally squared away. And I always put that on before we start walking. A little goofed up today, ain't I? I used to wait. Wait. Used to wait to put this on until I could see flagging tape. So I've had him get hurt before he even made it to the trail. So we put the visibility and protection on earlier now. I see tape about 12 o'clock up here. Yeah, let's start 12 o'clock about 50 yards. Hey. Sit. Yeah, I've got a good dog. He's excited, but I think he'll do good. I'm 9 minutes in and you haven't even gotten to the trail yet. That's funny. Okay. Sook, sook, sook. There's our direction marker. I don't like this excitement this early. Tail's pretty animated too. God damn it. He doesn't look good, but he's making sense, if that makes sense. He's driving into the lead like crazy, has been since he caught target scent. But we're just gonna go my pace. Honestly, a little slower than I would normally run with him if he's gonna act like this. And that looked good right there. This might be really easy for him. Maybe I'm not part of the trail on this one because my wife laid it. He thinks we're gonna go find a real deer out here. When I'm looking at the tail, I'm looking for wagging. Anything more than what I would say he's using for balance, I assume we're falling for distractions. And then for elevation, when we're basically horizontal to the ground like this, he's not thinking that hard. But on some trails, he might not have to think that hard. Now this is starting to look pretty shitty. So far, all of this makes sense for what the test line's supposed to look like. But I mean, obviously I haven't liked his body language since we started. You know what? I'd be willing to bet we're off. He looked okay coming up towards the road. That was a negative. Okay, now we're searching. Which leads me to believe that we've been on task this entire time. She did mention that there were some bones out here. This looks good. 50 yards. All right, I think it's about time to reset. I couldn't go through that with him. That's probably the main thing about running him when he gets like that. Like in this, I can just throw a wrap around my hand, thank you, and survive. But once you start getting into stuff like that, if I drop the lead, he's gone. Come here, right here. Sit. No. All right, we're going to prong. I'm gonna walk him back, and we're just gonna go right back into a full restart at start. I'll turn the video off for that. All right, we're gonna get ready to start again. It's about 50 yards at my 12 o'clock. Hopefully he just had to work that out. I'll give him one more full try, whether he's behaving or looking good. If he looks like he wants to work and act like a logical dog, I'll extend this out and we'll work together to get this. But if he acts like that again, he's going in the kennel. Here's the line we just did. So up this way it's about 175, and he cuts this way, and personally I think he missed a turn that took us down that way, because we're looking at 200 by the time we got there. I'm just going too fast. Started going into Spirit Quest. I knew by the time we got to this road I didn't love the way that we looked. Yep, sometimes he just has to work that out. I don't really have an answer for that. The polling and the crazy behavior is something that I know it's bad. I know that he doesn't track well like that, but it's tough for me to fix. I have corrected it before with effectively no pops, but I also don't like to say no if I don't know. Like if he may be on the trail and he's just pulling me, I don't like to tell him no, because to me it seems like I might be discouraging him from following the target scent. So that's something I got to work out. Sook, sook, sook. We're just gonna look for that recognition. I'm gonna look and see if there's any tracks over here. Thank you. Thank you. Right here. No. Come here. We're just gonna hang out for a bit, see if we get any target scent recognition. I'm gonna let him pursue if he decides to. Sook sook. There's our directional marker. And we're no better than we were before. I'm gonna run a really slow dog. Only have to choke up to keep him from doing those left-right sprints and then smashing himself into the lead when he's like this. No. All right, that's enough. No. This is why I can't run him when he's like this in here. Looked like he wanted to work well for a minute there, and then I don't know if we're scent pulling here. He just was intent on Accio. I'm not even gonna play this out. What I'll do, Accio. I'm gonna turn on the track and see where we're at before I pull him, so I don't pull him off the scent. Hey, Accio. Might be right. No, he ain't wrapped. Accio! He's just getting farther away. Okay. No, come here. Yeah, so we're off. Let's see, he was working his way this way. He might be paralleling it down in here, but I'm calling it a fail. We're gonna get him out of the thick stuff, put him on prong, and head out. So they're walking out and cross the line. I saw him pick it up. I'm gonna give him a chance here. He's still on the prong. Accio! Sit! I'm just gonna clip back onto that prong. If it'll work like that. No! Great. Sook, sook, sook! We've tried the prong when you got pulley before, and it was, I thought, fairly negative. Anytime he hits it, he'll turn like that. So I'm gonna turn the tracker on, and then I'm not gonna look at Onyx again. We'll see if we end up getting there. Since we're running the prong, I'll give him a long line. Tail's a little bit animated. a look at it. Let's see. The goal of today was to test my ability to read him. All I can read when he's pulling like that is that he sucks today. That tail's gone way more than what I'd like. I don't like to let him indulge in distractions, but I know, you know, because I just checked that we're close and we're moving in a direction. Also, if he indulges in a distraction, we don't find the line, the consequences are layered. So he'll get walked out on the prong with no freedom, and then he goes to his kennel for a couple hours. And he's not like a backyard kennel dog, he's a house dog. Looks like he's working now. I don't know. That doesn't look like. No. Alright, if we cross the road, I am going to check, because I don't remember the line having had crossed the road when I did peek at it. I don't want to just let him lead me on an adventure to nowhere. Yeah, he's tracking himself. Alright, come on. We're done. Sit. No. No. Let's just take a look at everything here. She deleted her track out. That was the one thing I was going to check and see if she didn't loop it and walk out like that. That would make any sense. So it's possible that what I thought was target scent recognition. There was him picking up whatever it was he tracked earlier. I'll make sure you guys can see this. So we'll make it red, white, and blue. Red, that was our first attempt. White, there's our second. And then blue is where I was walking him out and I saw a hit. And then we'll make this one just right here. We'll go with pink. And that's what it looked like today. So I'm calling it a fail. I don't think we're coming back out. I might, but fairly frustrated. I can work with them and read them pretty well when he's not pulling like that. When he gets to pulling like that, everything looks different. I can't read the subtle cues. I don't know what got him like that today. He seemed... He was more excited than normal when I put his e-collar on this morning. And then that dog, he was growling and yapping in his kennel in the back of the truck. So I don't know. I don't know if that was it or just how he's gonna be today. And I really don't know what to do when we get like that, or if there's any kind of pre-trail. And I think there's a lot of deer in here, so this might be just a good area to do more training in. I don't know. The temp, like the environmentals and the time and all that on this one, no excuses with that. Like 14 hours is well within his ability. It's probably still under 70 degrees. I'm wearing long sleeves and yeah. The other thing that is a possibility is we're looking at flagging tape, maybe. I don't think so. From what I can tell, he's effectively blind when we do this track, and I think if he was looking at flagging tape, we'd never fail a marked trail, and we do. So then the other thing is maybe I'm giving him cues. I try hard not to, but nah, I think we just had a bad mindset today, and too excited to pace himself with his nose. It also could have been a target scent. No, target scent commitment thing.